Welcome back, Ninja community, and persons that might have watched my quality statement and disclaimer video. If you haven't seen that already, you should probably go and check that out. In this video, I'm going to be covering a ninja poem or technique that is ambiguous when using a katana, a Nagi Makkah, and a Nagashashi, slightly modified without drastically modifying the movements. Okay, so as the technique applies to bladed weapons, we'll cover a quality statement and disclaimer, mostly for liability. Okay, and of course a lot of enforcing it is left up to law enforcement using good, decent judgment, common sense. Anywho, okay, so bear with me real quick as I get into this disclaimer, mostly covering for liability, okay? And that, of course, is that the viewer understands my quality statement and disclaimer video. Additionally, agrees that this video could be treated as is with ballistic protection, which in short means I don't have a seal on it, therefore I don't guarantee the techniques and or your application of the techniques. And if you're watching this video with the intention of using its content in committing a crime, that is additionally a crime. Actually using my content in committing a crime is an additional crime. Okay. And of course that this is my intellectual property, etc. Okay, so the katana, which is a Asian blade, is used a lot differently than European blades, mostly because the body leads the weapon. And that's where most of the power comes from, most of the striking power. Now, there are other techniques. I won't get into those. Leave that to other people to do. But the katana was the secondary weapon on the battlefield. It was carried by males of a certain caste, even in times of peace. Okay. And the primary weapons on the battlefield was the Nagashashi and the Nagi Makkah. The Nagi Makkah was, when it wasn't being used for executing criminals, was the primary weapon on the battlefield. And it basically looks like a katana, except for with a longer handle, much longer handle, like at least twice the length. Okay? And the blade would be slightly larger, but it was the width and weight that provided most of the difference in the power behind that weapon. Just wielding one effectively is itself beast. Okay, now I don't have a Nagi Makkah to demonstrate for you how to use one. However, I will emulate how to use a Nagi Makkah with a shovel handle. Okay. And the poem is, as a roof I stand, I step through and see the rain blood red. Okay, so I will demonstrate this being a real shinobi. We'll demonstrate a ninja poem, which ninja poetry I suppose can be deadly. Now the technique, when demonstrating the technique, it is very important to observe how the feet are in the technique or movement, as most of the power does not come from the upper body, like the arms. Okay, so in demonstrating the technique or poem, it would look like this. As a roof I stand, I step through, you see the rain blood red. Now the power is in the front, but it doesn't end there. Okay? It is this movement of stepping and pivoting as you strike that provides most of the power. The body, as you see me stepping, it's this motion of the body propelling the weapon. Okay? And as an opponent might step to my side or run past me, I can strike effectively in the front, all the way to the side. And of course it can also come straight down. Okay, so as a roof I stand, I step through and see the rain blood red. Now emulating that poem with a shovel handle, as this right here would be about the length of the handle and the rest would be like a blade. Okay, it is done nearly identical. Okay, as a roof I stand, I step through and see the rain blood red. With a Nagi Makkah, there is a little bit more power in the upper body as the handle is longer, and there is more of a push-pull function. And just as with a baseball bat, a bunt, the power doesn't end at the bunt. It could continue all the way around, right? And with that would be more of a twisting without pivoting the feet. Okay. I wonder how much better someone could hit a baseball if they pivoted their feet. I don't know. That would be interesting to see. Okay. Now, I do cover my quality statement disclaimer mostly for liability. It would be a shame if someone tried to use these techniques when trying to swat a fly at a barbecue. Okay, I'm not responsible for how you use the technique if you use it. Okay, so just as a baseball bat, the strike, the power being in front but not ending there, could go all the way out, right? As a strike stepping through and pivoting. Now, if this were a Nagashashi, the handle would be at least this long, and the blade would be about the length of a katana, maybe slightly longer. Okay, but the technique does not change. It is slightly modified without drastically modifying the movement. Okay, so it would look more like this. As a roof I stand, I step through and see the rain blood red. Again, the power not being in front, or the power being in front but not ending there. Okay, so if you've watched my video so far, feel free to hit like hard like a ninja and subscribe to my channel to be alerted for when I do random videos on YouTube. Feel free to comment on this video. Hit like, dislike if you didn't like it. Check out my other videos. You can check me out on Facebook under my artist name, Mel-El. That's M-E-L-E-L, or my 10th ninja name. And I have an Instagram, but I'm not going to tell you what my Instagram name is. You'll just have to be ninja and figure that out on your own. And let's see. You can share my video with people who are ninja, but not with people who ought to be ninja, because they might accidentally learn something. So like, comment, share. I think that pretty much covers it. So, until next time, stay ninja, my friends. Stay ninja.